This is Andy from OK Go doing an Ask OK Go question. This is from Facebook user Alexander Stark. Favorite Beatles album? Question mark. That's a great question, and really the cliche about choosing between your children really applies to the Beatles, because I'm a huge Beatles fan, and that's a very hard question to answer. The one I probably listened to the most is Abbey Road, which is funny because it's their last album, but somehow it was in vinyl in my house from when I was a kid, and so that one's really burned into my brain. But if I had to pick favorite, it would probably be Revolver or Rubber Soul. The sort of I really like that pre-Sgt. Pepper's era, where they're just sort of turning into the psychedelic and weird stuff, and that stuff's awesome too, but it was really like the sweet spot for just their type of pop that was really unique to them, and just those records are just non-stop greatness the whole way through.
Probably the White Album. It's to me, it's the right mix of like adventurous and traditional mixed into one perfect record. That's my favorite Beatles moment. Favorite Beatles record.
My favorite Beatles album is Revolver. That album is kind of the perfect blend between the old Beatles and the new Beatles. Well, not the new Beatles, but the more psychedelic Beatles, which I like. It also has Yellow Submarine on it, which is one of my son's favorite songs in the world. Revolver, the Beatles.
That's tough because they're all so ridiculously good. Probably, well, I was about to say Sgt. Pepper's, but it might be Abbey Road. Probably Sgt. Pepper's. I mean, it was such a ground shifter. I mean, the White Album is sort of the White Album is the one I got into latest in life, so there's still more. I still feel like I learn from it every time I listen to it, but Sgt. Pepper's feels like the day music changed.